It's time to really buckle down and rescue Sigurd. Man, this rain just... It's very clear and sunny for rain, but, you know, no expert in the olden... climate. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Also, I'm just gonna ping that guy, because I bet he's gonna be super easy to fight, because I'm so big! If he's... Why is he so fast? How did he get so far away? Hello?
I was playing the Cyberpunk.
Oh. How's that going for
my
you?
my computer just runs that fine, I guess.
Your computer is better than a base Xbox One or PS4, turns out.
That makes sense. Like, it's on high settings, not like ultra. So I don't have the most detailed junk in Night City,
but it's detailed enough to get the job done.
It's high. Yeah. It'll get you where you need to go.
How's that working out for you?
I just played through, like, I'm doing the Dragon Age Origins thing, where it's like, I'm a dirtbag corporate person doing dirtbag corporate things.
Oh, I was gonna pick that.
And by that, I mostly mean I threw up in a bathroom, and then my boss was like, I need you to kill my boss. And I was like, boss, this seems like it's probably a bad idea. And he was like, yeah, but we're fucked if we don't, so kill my boss. And then he handed me a stack of money and was like, go kill my boss. And I was like, all right, cool. And then he was like, also take my car. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? How's the Valhalla going?
I saw that there was one of these Order of Ancients dudes hanging around, so I thought...
You're gonna run up on him?
I thought I would run up on him, but then when I fast-traveled over to where he was suddenly not near the fast-travel point anymore. It turns out this fast travel was not particularly fast. But yeah. I think there is something to be said for, like, the Dragon Age style of, like,
I like getting to pick your own
origins. Yeah.
Like, where are you starting at? How are you entering this scenario?
I
will say immediately, despite getting to pick your own scenario, the game is a little bit... I don't want to use the term railroady, but whenever I got the mission to go kill my boss's boss, the only option I had was like a, well, what if I refuse type thing. And it's like, I wanted the option that was like, hell yeah, boss. I'm in. Full corporate dirtbag. Let's go. Maybe, you know, once I'm out of the origin part, that will open up slightly more. We'll see.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm mostly just, like, surprised that it ran well. Because it started because I was sitting there like, what are the actual requirements on this thing? And then I looked them up, and the requirements were like, you know, okay, this is all technical gibberish that I can't understand. So instead I'm going to go to YouTube, and I'm going to look at things there and say, okay, well, I just wanted to basically see what does this game look like running at the lowest possible settings, because I thought that would be good for a laugh. And then I looked at a thing where somebody was like, oh, here's the game running on my, like, 1060 graphics card or whatever. And I was like, I think a 1060 is the one I have. So then I was watching it, and it was like, this actually seems like it's running okay, but the person in this video is acting like it's the worst game he's ever played because it's running at 30 frames a second. And I was like, this checks out. This seems like the kind of general frame rate elitism you see these days.
Especially
so then I was like,
on the personal computer platform.
Especially there. So then I was like, well, okay, that's bizarre. Maybe this thing will actually, like, work on my computer, if that's my graphics card. And then I went and looked at it. Turns out I do not actually have a 1060 graphics card. I have a 1660 Super graphics card. And I was like, oh, that's a higher number.
That is 1,000 more numbers than the graphics card that I have.
Ah.
I have a 660.
Oh, okay. So once I found... Oh, to be pagan is perfect.
That's what that guy said.
This guy's all into the pagan. Oh, he's just dust now, though.
Yeah.
He said that, then...
And then he
sat
got
down and flashed a peace sign and disappeared into the ether.
Miss Eivor, I don't feel so good.
Just poof, motherfucker. Alright, well, he's gone.
But yeah, so I feel
Yeah,
like,
anyways, so upon realizing that my graphics card was in fact good enough to run the game, I was like, I should look at these other requirements. And I looked at, like, okay, what kind of processor does it need? Because I'm pretty sure the processor in this computer is not, like, the best. And then I looked it up, and it turns out my processor in this computer is actually pretty alright. It's like I don't remember the letters, but it's like a 3500 something. And it was like, oh, that is in fact good. The only thing this computer apparently does not have, like, super great is just the RAM, because it's only got the 8 gigs. But it turns out the 8 gigs is plenty for this game. Which I wasn't expecting. I thought this was going to be like a 16 or bust. But they were like, no, 8 will work. 8 will do you fine. And it does!
It's the one thing I think my computer may have on yours, is I have 12 gigs of RAM.
That's a lot of RAM.
It
was the one thing, because I spent a lot of time trying to order a computer, as you may remember.
I do.
And this is the one that I had to compromise on, where I was like, it has everything exactly the way that I want it. The one thing that it didn't have that I was looking for was more RAM. But then I was like, well, this has literally every other thing exactly how I want it, so I will just take this one with the less RAM and call it even.
And also, like, upgrading RAM is not the most difficult thing in the world to do, comparatively.
I have heard this. I still don't ever want to open my computer for fear that it will just combust, but still.
But I hope the Alderman has not become the prey. No good comes from a camp this bloody.
Seems like bad things have happened to this camp. Because, like, if I wanted to upgrade my computer, I would have to upgrade, like, literally everything.
They were caught off guard as they supped.
Which is why I was like, what if I instead just got new consoles?
Bought new consoles,
yeah.
You know? If you can, sure.
Because, you know what's great about new consoles? You just stick the disc in and it goes. It may not go the best, see Cyberpunk, but it'll go. Well, I was actually seeing a thing about if you run like the old versions of the Xbox One and PS4 versions on a Series X or PS5, like they actually run like super well in a weird way.
Yeah.
The remains of the hunting party. This one was savaged by a large animal.
No, as I understand it, most of the problems people are having are either trying to run it on PCs that are too old to properly run it, which I understand, because I did that for a long time with a lot of games, and trying to play it on, like, baseline PS4/Xbox.
I don't know. There are things to be upset about.
I don't know how it works.
Cyberpunk,
I don't know how it works on
like,
the PS4 Pro. I will say that. I don't know how it works on the PS4 Pro. I'm assuming better.
I mean, better than base, but I've heard it's still not like the...
Well, yeah, I'm assuming not nearly as good as the PS5.
Yeah. There's a Digital Foundry video, because of course there is, but...
Okay.
I don't remember. I just watched the one that was like, oh, let's see it running on the new consoles, because I have those.
But yeah, no, it seems like there was plenty of stuff to be vaguely upset about when it comes to Cyberpunk. Especially that part where they have a seizure machine in the game.
That's
Aside
so dumb!
from that,
Why would you
it's the dumbest. I don't know. It seems like one of those things where someone would have that idea for like a second, and then the reasonable part of their brain would step in and be like, okay, except for the part where it's a seizure machine.
What I'm more confused / concerned about is how does no one at CD Projekt Red have epilepsy?
Well, that is also weird, I'm not gonna lie. I was actually thinking about that, like, you would assume that someone at the thing... Aha, this guy made the pursued by a bear joke.
Hey.
Exit pursued by a bear. Greatest piece of stage direction in history. I forget what play that's from, actually, though.
I don't know.
I think it's just some old Shakespeare play where a character's last thing in the story is exit pursued by a bear.
It is a Shakespeare thing. The Winter's Tale.
Okay.
Also, there is apparently just a book called Exit Pursued by a Bear.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know, like, I've started up Cyberpunk, and it seems alright so far, but every time some weird graphical glitch effect is happening, I'm, like, recoiling from the screen as though it's about to shoot me, because I don't know what it's... Apparently, causing seizures is not out of line, so I don't know what else they're gonna do, and I've never been diagnosed with epilepsy, but I would like to not find out while I'm trying to play a game.
But have you truly? Has a longing burned in your breast, a sweet lingering...
Because that's the thing that worries me the most about this, is there are going to be people who discover they can have epileptic seizures triggered because of this game. Because they are going to have a seizure playing this game. Because they put a machine that causes seizures into the game.
Supposedly there's been a patch that has lowered that, but no one's
Well,
weirdly no one's willing to be like, oh, let me look at this with my epilepsy and make sure.
I had heard, just for the record, that the scene that was in the game originally pre-patch was not as bad, and I understand, I want to preface this by saying this is a low bar, but it was not as bad as the old banned Pokemon episode. Apparently, that scene in the Pokemon episode was similar, but longer. The Cyberpunk scene had similar levels of flashy lights in your face, but was a much shorter burst of flashing lights, as opposed to that lady just barrel roll across the road.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a much shorter burst of flashing lights as opposed to Porygon v Pikachu. Again, low bar to clear, but at least they did not go full Pokemon. Why are these people? This is the Watch Dogs Legion thing all over again, isn't it? It's just with horses instead.
Yeah.
People are like throwing themselves in the ground in the middle of the road.
And your people, is Essex happy?
That is a question I never
I still like that you thought I was exaggerating when I said that.
I did, because I hadn't played it yet.
And then you played it, and it's like, yeah, no, these people are magnetized to the front of your car. It feels like I am the world's worst X-Man. Just every time you hit the gas pedal, a person flies to your bumper.
Also, the opening of Watch Dogs, I was so bad at remembering that I had to be in England and therefore drive on the other side of the road, and then also London's got a lot of one-way streets that were never in the direction that I wanted it to be.
It's almost like it was, you know, not made for the private car.
Maybe.
But hey.
Speak their woes. I'll advise you if I can.
Also, who are these losers?
These are, Bierston is the guy who runs Essex and called me over for help.
Now, my dear brethren, Adrid, perhaps you will start us off. What?
There we go. There's numbers. I like seeing numbers bigger than 0.
You know my thoughts, Bierston. The feared. How can we give men to Alfred for his wars when our harvest suffers day by day?
Do they not defend your land? You'll need all the men you can muster to fight the coming wars.
The Danes are a great threat when provoked. Those we cannot ally with, we must fight or lose our lands. There. Have I not answered all your questions?
You are a stain on this Shire, Bierston. Useless.
Useless.
That's right. Yet still you haunt my hall. Be gone. I haven't time for your squabbling.
Get out of here.
That ceased their prattling. A fine outcome, Eivor. The very soul of balance.
A firm hand is all you need, Bierston. Whether on your hunting bow or on your helm.
Did you...
You're on parade, Bierston. Are you not worried some other man will drench you?
What was that?
Ha! She does as she must. As do I. But you will discover this soon enough.
I had to fly.
And the impossible Dane returned my errant gander to his coop.
My pettish love. Such a stormy countenance clouds the sun of my return.
Your thanes drank the ale the abbot gifted us.
Everybody got drunk.
Now that is a tragedy my heart will not easily overcome.
If he looked at me with the same affection he shows for hunting deer, our marriage might have survived.
So, what do you need of me?
Our affairs are more of heart than of state.
Alright, I
Eivor.
threw some stuff in the microwave, so I'll be going to get that in about 5 minutes or so. But I'm back.
You should roll the stream back about, like, to the end of the conversation scene before this, because some funny things happened in the background.
That guy's like run away, and then that guy's walking away. That other guy's walking away. That other guy's walking away. And that guy's walking away.
Explain yourselves clear and plain, and I will
Someone maybe shot into the sky and then came back down.
A simple plan.
Oh wait, I think I wait, maybe. I thought I saw that. Let me go back to where they exit the door. Yep, nope. Right there at the very end.
Yep.
As you can see, he did not deliver.
He was certainly thorough in other regards.
Some Norse can be quick to take coin.
A simple plan. No way it can possibly go wrong. We just need to fake this kidnapping.
Try the kidnapping
Yep.
again. Much of the planning is done.
It's like the Princess Bride up in here, except...
Overseer.
It should be a bold venture
Well,
if we do.
no except. It's like the Princess Bride up in here.
During our Llamas festival,
Let's try the kidnapping again.
cards with wonderful
Yeah.
prize.
It's like the Princess Bride if the first kidnapping didn't work, and then they're like, well, we need more people.
Ask him.
I would have thought his steed and
Alright,
seamen-
kidnap her during a
Come
festival.
in the market, Eivor. Our unwelcome guests
Is
will
semen
find
spent, he
something to
says.
soften their anger.
My wife is a gracious and attentive host, Abel. The only thing that keeps my braying thanes at bay.
And the woman found?
A darling Maybud, Ulvida, my childhood sweetheart. I left her 20 years ago in Malden to marry my prickled pear.
20 years. Can an ember so cold be reignited?
We can hope. You must fan the flame. Find her.
Oh, now I have to kidnap two people? I hate
You'll
this.
know to come.
This is
I believe
dumb.
She lived in the last house in Malden. A small, sweet place where fond memories were made.
I will do as you both ask, and ask Freya for success in this love game.
Good luck in your endeavors.
So, okay.
I pray you find my
Plan is to kidnap this lady, take her somewhere else,
Should I look for
and then
more
kidnap
flowers?
this guy's childhood girlfriend and take her to his cabin in the woods?
Yes. That seems to
Why?
be the... Because... the person who we are fake kidnapping doesn't love this guy anymore, and so wants a
Okay.
divorce. But because
So-
this is fucking 400, that doesn't happen.
Okay, so he's come up with a genius plan so they both get what they want.
Yes,
And that genius plan involves multiple kidnappings.
yes.
Okay.
Will Ulvida remember a lover from so long ago? Would I?
Also, for the record, the VTubers are now going to watch Die Hard, apparently.
Great.
Because this is where the VTuber business is repeating our content.
To be fair, we didn't stream us watching Die Hard.
That's fair. We never streamed us watching Die Hard.
We just
That is
watched
fair.
Die Hard.
That's true. It was a good time, though.
It was a good time. I had never seen Die Hard,
Marry as soon
and
And
it
now you have it. Now you're aware that Die Hard is a fantastic Christmas.
that Die Hard is very good.
Ulvida should be here.
It seems like perhaps
Perhaps.
someone has already kidnapped this other lady,
A
Uh-oh.
second bed. Ulvida doesn't.
or she's married. Welp.
Leave me be, warmonger! You have my sister! Is that not enough?
Peace, boy. I'm not with these men.
All right. So what if you kidnap the guy she's married to and deliver him to a third house? with some eligible bachelorette.
Now here's a day riddled with strange portents.
Or it's her brother?
Okay.
Why did they take your sister?
Some of Alfred's men beat a child of the village for stealing bread. My sister would not stand by and see injustice done.
Do you know where they're holding Alvida?
Yet another stay at the king's pleasure. The prison camp at Brentwood, far to the west.
Ah, beating village children.
I'll bring
Yeah.
them to the lake house north of there. Meet us there.
It's almost like these guys are evil.
If you promise
What? Oh boy, that is far to the west. It's far enough to the west that I'm not going to walk it. I'm going to fast travel most of the way and then walk
That
it.
makes sense.
Whoop. I ran through leaves and Eivor made like a weird choking sound. Like she had a bug in her mouth or something. It was very weird.
You know, sometimes when you're sprinting across the countryside, you swallow a bug.
Yeah,
It's not something often covered in these open world games, but
it's just another level.
what happens? What happens if somebody's in the Animus and you stick their hand in a bucket of warm water? Like, does that work?
Probably. Well, I mean, it
You think
doesn't.
they
It
ever did
doesn't
that?
really work in real life. Like that's just.
Shut up! Totally works. What are you talking about?
But if it did work, I bet it would work if you had a dude in the Animus or a lady in the
Like, do
Animus.
you think Desmond ever woke up from like a really long Animus session and he was like, "My God, I've learned so much about the nature of humanity," and he just looks in the mirror and Sean has just drawn like a giant dick on his forehead? It's just like, God damn it!
This area is off.
That I will personally guarantee has definitely happened. Like, what do you think Sean and Rebecca are doing like right now?
Fucking.
Okay, well,
They are married now. That's a thing.
that is a thing. You are correct. I was trying to make a joke about they. Oh, do I already have the key?
They're currently like propping Lila's body up and taking various photos to like recreate memes.
Yes.
They are reenacting the entirety of Weekend at Bernie's right now with Lila's unconscious body.
Yep.
What? What is this? You're not one of them?
Stay quiet. I'm here to free you.
Shut up, lady.
My ankle. They were not.
That lady seemed like
Then I will carry you.
super cool. She didn't even ask a question until you'd already thrown her over your shoulders.
Of Ellerch's. Is he alright? The poor boy?
Not your brother. Someone else.
Oh, boo-hoo, lady.
Hold on. There we go.
I thought you were gonna throw her into the river.
Well, I'm trying to jump into the river with the lady, but I can't.
I don't think you're gonna be able to swim with the lady on your back.
I don't think it's like a deep river.
Well, it's not letting you jump in, so I'm gonna
This is-
assume that it is.
You're right. So I guess we're just gonna run. Doot.
Ivor, why are you saying that like she's not thrown across her back?
I think maybe I broke the sea. Oh no! See, I could totally walk in this river
Okay.
because I fell in
Maybe
it
that's
later. Maybe I just couldn't
Maybe that
jump in
one
it.
part was
Too. Yeah.
and this part's shallower. Yeah, like this part looks really shallow. That's fine. It's not, also, I don't think it's a river. It looks more like a moat or something. But then again, it
Well-
goes right through the middle, and that's not a very good moat if it goes through the middle of your place.
Yeah.
Gentler. Please.
Now, just hike with this lady. Can you just call a horse and throw this lady on a horse?
I could, but like the place we need to take her to is like right here.
Oh, okay. Just fuck you, lady. Gentler. I just broke into that place to save your ass, and you're like, oh, please carry me softer. It's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, now you were just waterboarding that lady.
That's fine.
You were dunking her.
Soon you'll be up and about again.
His lake house is like 100 feet from where she got kidnapped.
Not from where
Or
she
from
got
where
kidnapped.
they were keeping
from
her,
where
rather.
they were keeping
From where
her.
they were keeping her prisoner.
Yes.
She can literally see her prison cell from here.
Yes.
It's not very romantic.
No. Unless she's into it, but no.
You know.
I'll not see it done.
Growling bellies mean nothing to those pay swords.
Ellerich, him or mine to the world. It is cruel and dark for those who cannot stand up for themselves.
Alvida, could we speak in private?
He is a good boy, but without a father to guide him, he's grown softer than I'd hoped.
There is something just really funny to me about the fact that these two are like dressed very plainly in like peasant clothes, and you're sitting there just like fucking decked out in golden furs.
Yeah.
Giant fucking green gemstone on your arm and everything.
Now it's your turn. Why did you come for me?
I am here at the request of Elderman Birston. He wonders if you could love him again.
Love him. Dear old Birston, he remembers.
He does.
I've thought of him sometimes myself. But with my brother to fend
Oh.
for...
It turns out this lady is in fact way into the idea of rekindling his 20-year marriage with whoever.
He sent me to find you.
How it would work between me and him? I'm a poor woman.
She's like, what? That guy I haven't seen in 20 years? Hell yeah.
But the alderman... Oh, God, help me.
Ivor, seen here playing the part of
I'll
medieval
give it a go.
Tinder.
How could I not? Oh, bless.
He will come if you call. At the lighting of the bonfire, he will ride here to meet
Or would
you.
this be more Christian mingle?
Ellerich, come here and sit with us. I have something to say.
This would 100% be Christian Mingle. or farmers only.
My apple blossom girl. Is it really you?
It is. Though crows have left their footfalls around my eyes.
They still shine brightly, as when we were children. Has Eivor told you all?
Aye, she has.
And do you accept me, love? My heart feels like it will burst.
Or some kind of old people...
Give her time, Birston. A passion rekindled in haste will soon...
I have to assume there is an old people dating service of some description.
We have a lifetime.
God, I feel like I could Google that and find out, but also I'm terrified of Googling that.
Gladys Ellerich, all of
There's
us.
probably some kind of like seniors only or something.
Worshipfulness.
That's probably a thing.
Nothing more or less. And you are a fine, strong lad of... how old?
19 summers.
Fine. I've got to look this up now just to see what
If I'm to stay,
the
you
name of
must
that
welcome us
is.
both into your heart.
We have one half of our bargain done, Birston. I will return with news of the other.
Does this mean we're leaving Malden?
You are, my boy, to live with me in Colchester. Perhaps I can teach you the joy of the hunt.
Before you go, Ellerich, I would suggest the
I was looking at a thing. Apparently, there's a small list here for dating site over 60. There's something called OurTime.com, something called SeniorMatch.com, and then eHarmony.
Now to plan the kidnap. Estrid waits for me.
Dear Birston, I cannot believe you.
Apparently, the AARP actually has its own dating site.
That's
So-
great! Of course they do!
Oh, here's JDate, the dating site for Jewish singles.
Alright.
JDate.
I mean, there are dating sites for everything. Or there were at
Elite
some point.
singles.
For the fucking wrestlers.
see here. Now I'm just gonna search for like specialized dating sites.
This is a dark hole we have gone down.
Well, this is where you've led us.
This is, I know. I have no one to blame but myself.
16 online dating sites that are weirdly specialized. Farmers only.
Yeah.
420 singles.
So
Oh, that's actually an interesting idea. It's one called a likewise, where you put in what books you like, and then it matches you based on that.
Hey, that's, you know.
Allergic attraction. It's where you put in what you're allergic to, and then it matches you up with other people who are allergic to the same things, so you can both be safe together. Oh no, this one is just called King Snake After Dark.
Okay.
And it's for people who like snakes to date each other. Here's one called Personals for cat owners.
All right. So let's find me soon on Personals.
Hold on. Number 7, Mullet Passions.
Find me never on Mullet Passions.
Number 8, Tall Friends.
I'm tall-ish. I'm not like super tall, but
Hot Sauce Passions.
Nope.
Wait, what? Sea Captain date?
Great. Perfect.
Is it a
Amazing.
dating site just for sea captains? Tattooed singles. That makes sense. Positive singles for people who are positive for STDs.
All right.
Star Trek dating for if you are a sci-fi fan. It's just called Star Trek dating, and that seems lame.
Find
should
Mike
be a better name.
on Star Trek dating.
Like, why would you not call your Star Trek dating service like Risa or something like that? It's like, come here to get laid. Crew dating, a dating site for aviators. Salad match, which guess what that matches you based on?
Your preference of salads.
Yep. And then there's number 16, Love Horse.
Nope.
For people who love horses.
Nope.
Well, I mean, people who love horses to meet each other and then get together with each other, not with horses.
Called Rollo in my town. Tell him of our new plan and agree to whatever reward he demands. He may take some convincing, for we did not part on the best of terms. I will bring him round.
Alright, I'm now opening other pages that have
More dating
things
websites.
of, yo, here's a bunch of weird specialized dating sites.
Oh,
there's another horse one, equestriansingles.com. Sorry, you were saying?
I feel like this might be where the nudity comes in.
Uh-oh, because you gotta bust into a brothel.
I gotta bust into this brothel. Oh, yep, there's a topless lady in the background, but...
Oh, no!
Oh, yep, them...
There's pigs.
Someone's at the door, Rollo. Oh, is it that hun I asked for?
Estrid sent me.
Did she now? As a parting gift for the man who rattled her bones, huh?
What is this voice?
No, I'm here to collect you.
Can it wait?
Oi! Bring out the one they call Rollo.
Oh, this seems like an issue.
No.
Just a second. Good day, sir. Come in.
I hope this turns into a chase scene, and I hope it is eerily reminiscent of Saints Row 4, or 3, rather.
Open this door. Out now. Follow me.
Sadly, no.
I wanted to just throw that guy still blindfolded and naked onto, like, a carriage.
Whoa! That guy did a sick jump.
Wow. Oh, god damn it. There's a dating site called Cupidtino that is for Apple fanboys and or girls.
Raven.
All right.
There's also another site called Mac Hearts.
I like that there are multiple, like, Apple-related dating sites.
Only tell me
Yeah.
where to find you.
There's
We have much to talk about.
RepublicanPeopleMeet.com and DemocratPeopleMeet.com.
I feel like
RepublicanPeopleMeet.com's tagline is "Meet Mr. or Mrs. Right."
God damn it. It's genuinely kind of funny.
It's a solid tagline. There's Must Love Pets. That makes sense. There's a Likewise book thing. There's Farmers Only. There's the Old People one. There's TrekPassions.com.
It's okay. That's slightly better than Star Trek Match or whatever that other one was that I've already forgotten because it was so generic.
Ivy Date for people who came from Ivy League schools.
Okay.
Veggie Date for vegetarians. Can I just... Okay, that one's got a big ad blocker thing, so I can't see what's there.
I feel like I vaguely remember, like, 2016 or 17 era, like, some kind of weird, specifically, like, Trumpist data site, or dating site.
Well, I was going to say, on a similar note, there's apparently this thing here, and I don't know if it is still active or what, but at the time this article was written, at least, there was apparently a dating site for Kanye West fans. Called Yeezy.dating. There's an app called Sweat that matches up people who work out via fitness habits.
Alright.
There's Ski Souls is paired up with the League dating app to find people who like skiing. There's a dating site just for verified Twitter users.
It's very... I can't imagine they get a lot of action.
Clown dating.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Tagline: Everyone loves a clown. Let a clown love you.
Some of these dating sites have some really clever taglines.
Yeah. There's Bristler, which is Tinder but for people with beards. Right. Oh god, there's a Disney fan dating site called Mouse Mingle.
Alright.
Okay, you know what? That's alright. There's a dating app called Hater that matches you up based on you enter things you hate. And then it matches you with other people who hate the same things you do.
Hey, you know...
So, you know... I have a feeling that dating app immediately goes very bad for some people, though. Because if you just enter things you hate, and then it matches you with other people who hate the same things... Like... On the one hand, it's like that's a really clever idea for a dating app. On the other hand, I imagine there is some, let's say, misuse going on in that site.
Probably.
It's worse than I feared. So many of my people gone.
That said, that is clever. I like that.
And the rest at each other's
I think I like that more than all the dating sites that match you up based on what you like. It's like, no, be united by hate.
I don't like to doubt them, but my people are taken and my ship is gone.
If the traitor lives, all of you are at risk. Let me talk to them.
Alright, I'm gonna go hit the microwave again, so I will be back in a few minutes.
Alright.
Do not let Loki whisper lies in your ear.
While you were drinking and whoring, Rollo, the Saxons attacked us. And these two were nowhere to be found.
Gerhild, is it?
Aye. Rollo's sworn sword sister. I've served him proud and true. You cannot think I betrayed him?
You were not here when the Saxons attacked.
I was hunting. There's fine game in the trees outside the camp, and our people need meat.
What was your prey?
Rabbits for stew. Rollo's favorite.
Who are you to Rollo?
I am shield sworn, so long as England and that Frankish witch do not sway him from the true path. Our people deserve better.
I hear envy, but of Estrid or Rollo I cannot tell.
You know nothing, Ravenbeak. My concern is for my fellow Danes. You'll find no treachery here.
That is all, for now.
Neither betrayed us, Ake. Gerhild is my sworn shield sister.
Lork, yes? What is your story?
You want to hear my story? And bring me a mug of ale, and we'll sit and talk as equals. Elsewise, you can hang.
Where were you when the Saxons came?
Hunting rabbits, wasn't I? Sick to death of carrots and turnips. Then I heard Gerhild shouting, and all hell broke loose.
Did you see anything at all?
Gerhild talking with a Saxon. Couldn't hear them, but wasn't nothing good. Sure,
Ah,
that
shit.
much.
Why should I believe you? You could be lying to save your own skin.
Ask her. Says she's loyal to Rollo, but I've known her since she was a babe. Full of spite and ambition, always was.
How long has your sword served Rollo?
I owe his father a blood oath. If that means wiping Rollo's arse until I die, so be it.
And if Rollo was dead, that oath would be fulfilled. You must tire of battle.
I'll feast in Odin's hall one day, but not with the stain of dishonor on my hands.
I have what I need for now.
Neither betrayed us, Ake.
Gerhild, can we speak again? Lorg accused you of treachery. He saw you with the Saxon.
Look, you believe that old crow? His bones crumble and his mind wanders.
Doesn't
with
look that
age.
old.
Or he wallows in jealousy. Take your pick.
That is all, for now.
Neither betrayed us, Ake. Gerhild is my sworn shield sister, and Lork served my father well.
Seems like the Saxons didn't get all of Rollo's clan. I should speak to both and see if I can find some evidence around the camp. I might find some evidence to test their stories. This looks like a good spot to hide. Somewhere to wait out a Saxon attack.
While you were drinking and whoring, Rollo, the Saxons attacked us. And
Oop.
these two were nowhere to be found.
Neither betrayed us, Ake. Gerhild is my sworn shield sister, and Lork served my father well.
Seems like the Saxons didn't get all of Rollo's clan. No need to hunt when the camp is full of fresh kills.
Anything else? So they were both like, "Oh, we're hunting."
Speak again.
Hang on, what was? Oh,
You're lying. I found rags and rags of game.
You've got more wit than your face suggests. I went to meet a lad from a nearby village. Rollo's not the only one who dallies with locals.
That is all, for now. Lork. You're lying. I found a rack full of game nearby. Enough to feed the camp for days.
Told you, I was hunting.
Stick to that story and I'll tell Rollo to take your treacherous head.
I was sleeping in the forest, wasn't I? Heard Saxons tramping through the trees, so I hid. Not fool enough to face him on my own.
I have what I need for now.
there's probably more. I think it's probably the lady, though. Like, whoops, nope. I cannot find any more doodads. So let's...
Have you made your decision?
Gerhild claimed to be hunting, as Lork did. Rabbit.
She rarely hunts. She's been a terrible shot since we were children.
Your shield sister is jealous. She thinks you neglect your people by sleeping with the enemy.
She always had ambition. But she accepted my leadership, swore on her shield.
Lork saw her with a Saxon. She claimed he was her lover.
Yet she has berated me many times for taking Estrid to my bed. I did not think her a hypocrite.
Lork said he was hunting, but your racks are full of fresh rabbits.
Why would he lie? Unless he had something to hide.
He tires of his blood oath, and with your death, he would be free.
He has become old and frail. But he served my father well. I would have freed him without bloodshed.
This man knew the Saxons were coming and hid. He was either in league with them or a coward.
A sad fall for a great warrior no longer in his prime. Have you come to a firm conclusion?
I have.
Let me hear it. Both choices will pain me, but let it be the truth.
Gerhild betrayed you.
No! That's not true! Rollo, I beg you!
Cool.
A shameful death on bloody Saxon soil.
Both had reason to betray their Jarl, but only one had the eyes on to do so. I hope you chose well, for you denied them a seat in my hall.
There can be no feast in Valhalla for a break faith.
She was always a jealous crow, breaking over every decision I made.
Nothing more can be done here, but your warriors might still be alive. And I will need your help after they are free.
There's a Saxon camp with a dock at Port Walton. It might be they were taken there.
All right, let's party.
Something wrong about her. Spare me your sullen words. My heart is torn. No, find something new.
Probably should have grabbed the horsey, but, you know. Oh, that doesn't look right. None of this looks remotely like how that's... Oh, God. Next generation, baby.
Be my eyes soon. I should not be seen in this area.
I'll get to the mill.
Whoop.
I'll keep the rat busy.
There's many dudes. I feel like I should theoretically have another level coming pretty soon.
I'm back.
Hello. It's going all right.
Did you finish the kidnapping quest?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're still working on it.
Last I checked,
here.
you and the naked guy were fighting your way out.
Yeah. So we finished that, and then we went back to his camp, and he's like, "Oh, where'd all my people go?" And they're like, "Oh, there were these 2 people left, and one of them probably sold you out to the Saxons." And so I had to ask them who sold them out. Oh boy. Hot food?
Not really.
No.
That was just my eating noise.
Seemed like there was weird, like, breathing beforehand.
Oh, I did blow on it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, it's not hot to the point that it's going to burn me. It's just
warm.
A little bit unpleasant. Yeah. I'm on a mission to go through every kind of microwavable dinner in the store and find out which one has the best Salisbury steak.
Good luck.
Yeah, this Boston market is middle of the road, let's say.
Games released. That seems pleasant. You have a sword that just brings people sleep?
So, I mean, is that a euphemism for, like, death? Or...
I mean, probably, but if it wasn't, like, that'd just be really pleasant.
Yeah, if you just a sword that knocked people out.
Yeah.
I mean, it would still end the fight. Hard to fight when you're sleepy.
It's true.
Also, that just makes me think of that, the very censored Chinese PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds thing. Remember that?
Yes, where it's like...
You shoot the guy, and he, like, drops to his knees and, like, salutes you, and then throws you a gift.
And then, like,
instead of dying.
Yeah. Also, I was looking into some things post Game Awards.
Yes.
And apparently that weird game from the Dead Space guy, the Callisto Protocol or whatever.
Yes.
Apparently is in fact in the PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds cinematic universe.
I'm sorry, what? That has a universe?
Apparently.
Your axe arm is strong, Rollo.
Never doubt me, Raven Feeder. These Saxon king slaves did.
I need someone with a swift wave steed in good repair to bring the Lady Estrid across the sea to Francia.
Another kidnap scheme.
Now, if you told me that it was in the Back for Blood cinematic universe, I would have believed you.
I need you stout-hearted in this, whatever your passion.
Oh, fucking Back for Blood
Now that's done.
is a stupid name.
Nor her.
We will meet with your men inside Colchester.
I like Back for Blood mostly because, like, that is such an on-point, like, generic version of that name. Like, if I was trying to come up with a shitty Left 4 Dead reference to make in a thing where I couldn't actually say Left 4 Dead, Back for Blood is, like, better than anything I could come up with.
Well, like, because it also makes sense because it's the people who originally made Left 4 Dead.
And they're back.
And they're back for Blood. Hey, I leveled up again. The inhugening continues. I only have like 5.
I mean, how much more can you even level up?
There are 5 more constellations. I don't know how many doodads are in a constellation, but... And then I think they brought back the mastery point stuff they added into Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember the
vaguely. It was just put your points directly into stat bonuses, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They had a similar thing in Neo 2, actually, where once you kind of got all the skills that you want, but you're still getting skill points, you just put them into a thing that's like, oh, here's like sword mastery, and it's just a very, very tiny incremental to your attack power with various weapons that are so small they might as well not exist.
Wait for my signal.
And it's just like, come on.
Estrid, that is your time.
I am your axe, Eivor.
Night will fall soon. Then is our moment to strike.
Which admittedly, I think that was about what it was in Odyssey as well. It's like plus 1% assassin damage.
God, I wish it was 1% in Neo 2. It's like, literally, it's like +2 attack with this weapon, and every level, every point you put into it is like another 2 attack. But this is a game where your weapons have like 800 something attack. So proportionally, the 2, 4, 6 increase means nothing. Alright, it's finally time to kidnap that lady.
It's time to kidnap this lady.
For love.
Whoops. That guard maybe murdered the lady a little bit.
That seems like the thing you don't want to happen. Also, I finally found a legendary horse.
What?
Sneak up on and kidnap this legendary horse.
Oh, is this Immortals thing? Yeah.
It is not a legendary cyberpunk horse.
I was like, is it Cyberpunk or Neo? Like, there aren't horses in Neo.
I can't watch your stream and play Cyberpunk simultaneously.
I know. Oh.
That would I feel stretch the bounds of what my computer is capable of. Let's say.
Oh my god! I just want to pick up this lady. Stop hitting me. And curb stomp that dude. Oh, don't set the lady on fire.
Also, to be fair, I already had a legendary horse in the Immortals. But my old legendary horse is like a blue unicorn, leaves the trail of water wherever it runs, and has like a sick mane.
That's cool.
And the new one was just like a silvery metallic Pegasus.
Oh, they're both up.
If I can get over to Hephaestus' place, there is apparently just like a straight up robo horse.
Nice.
I'm into that. But I have yet to make it over to Hephaestus' place. It is far away.
Let's try this again.
I'm going to put a pin in that, and then I am going to cheat. There is one series of challenges in this game that I do not like as far as the weird side questy, like, hey, do this task thing. There's exactly one kind that I just, like, can't stand. It's not that I can't stand them. They're actually fun. It's the way they're done is terrible. Because it is, yo, here's all these small musical instruments, these lyres, scattered all around the world map. Cool. When you find one, it plays a tune that is usually, like, between 4 and, like, 10 notes long. And it's like, there's 4 chords, so you have to remember the order that it played the tune in.
Oh boy.
And the problem is that there is one big lyre per area, and you never know when you're going to run into one of those little ones. So as soon as you find the little one, you have to fast travel back to the big one, play the tune, and then get back to where you were. And it's just like, it just interrupts what you're doing, because you find the thing and you're just like, ah, damn it, now I gotta go do the lyre thing. So I've just been looking up online what all the lyre combinations are, and then when I find the big lyre, I just do them all, and then ignore the little ones.
Makes sense.
Because otherwise, I would do the same thing. It would just require me to remember the combo, teleport back, do it, and then get back to where I was, and continue on with what I was doing. And spoilers, I am bad at remembering the combo. There have been times that I, like, looked at it, memorized it, like, 3 times, and went, okay, good to go. And then as soon as I went back to the big thing, it was like, fuck.
What was this again?
I have forgotten it. Now, in order to do it, I would have to go back and find it yet again. It's just like, no.
I feel like my issue with that is I don't know music. Does it, like...
Well, it doesn't require you to know music in any way, shape, or form. It's just...
Does it have, like, colors or something?
Yeah, it's 4 chords, and they light up different colors as they're played.
Okay, that's good. Because if it was like, here's the music...
If it was actually remember the musical notes, then it'd be like, fuck off. Fuck directly off, but it is not that demanding. Like I said, it's very simple, and when I first found it, it was like, oh, I like this idea. The only problem is it doesn't get recorded anywhere in the game, and it's not like you can you can't like look it back up later to see what the combo was. You have to remember it from when you saw it the first time. And there's no telling when you saw it the first time, because you might not have found the big one yet. And then you have to just remember it and hope that you find the big one. And if you don't remember it, whenever you do find the big one, you have to go find the little one again and replay the melody. And it's just why it's needlessly complicated. There's no reason for it. I'm gonna stab this lion.
Churns the waters between our coasts. We'll need time to rest.
Stab that lion.
Have a care then. Alfred's soldiers will be looking for us, even if beer stands will not.
Why are there so many lions? Holy shit.
Tonight we celebrate. Let's get you some mead.
Bierstan will meet you northeast of Colchester tomorrow. You have earned all my husband promised, and more. Come find me, if you like, away from these reveling Danes.
Aw, shit. That French lady's gonna hang out. Whoa!
No doubt he's hunting again.
Whoa. What whoa?
Oh, I misread the thing and I thought, like, the subtitles freaked out for a second, because I thought it was like, oh, here's a line from
Yeah, I saw them just
Thor.
skip by very fast.
I was like, what? Alright, we're continuing to level up. Also, I guess something bad's gonna happen, because this mission is called Twists and Turns.
No, it's actually just about CBT. It's
not okay.
Why are you out here kink shaming?
I'm not, but that's funny. This is probably not the way to go if I wanted to avoid fighting dudes, but it's fine.
What do you see, Sunan?
Also, I will say, I enjoy all of the dumb, goofy animations in this game. Like, one of the chest opening animations is your character just like struts and elbow drops the top of the chest to pop
Great.
open. There's one where they just play like a dramatic drum solo on the top of the chest with both hands before they slap it open.
Ask why you do not look for Estrid.
Pish. They have asked, yes.
Like, everything in the game has like multiple weird, like,
A pretty show.
That may not be
funny
enough.
animations to play for the thing we're doing.
Soft upon our
I enjoy
good.
it.
and I am far
These
from
big glowing portals you reach into to steal coins from Charon, and then most of the animations are like you like stick your whole body through the portal and come out with like a coin, and then one of them is your character like rearing up like they're about to dive in, and then a coin comes flying out and dings them between the eyes. Just like, aw, Charon's pissed. He's had enough of this.
Man, speaking of Charon being pissed,
Yes.
did you ever do the Charon fights in Hades?
I
Spoilers.
did one Karen fight.
Okay.
I once knew a strong-arm shield
I really like his boss music. I like the weird...
It's very good.
I really like all the music in that game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, spoilers for a Supergiant game, it has the good music.
A feast for your mistress.
Not as good as Final Fantasy VII Remake, apparently, but you know.
You know, its game direction really had nothing on fucking The Last of Us 2. Can you believe Supergiant didn't even put its employees through one absolutely miserable crunch experience? I heard they got to see their families when they wanted to.
What? That's not
like
good
they
directing.
don't. It's like they don't even know how to make video games. Fuck Naughty Dog.
These are your lands. I trust in your judgment. And how is Alvida?
She is a firebrand. We have rekindled our
He didn't have to look at mangled corpses of Greek people.
a younger brother to me, yet more alike to a son. The things I should like to teach him. Ah, this is the spot. The best boar here.
I'm just going to ignore that super bear.
Come on, the feast table won't fill itself. I shall suck the scrumptious marrow from your bones, you porcine devil.
The words no one has ever said. I shall suck the marrow for your bones, you porcine devil. The scrumptious marrow or something. It was very weird. Man who was way too into eating that boar.
Come on, the feast table won't fill itself.
I'm working on it.
Every time I think about boars in relation to Norse mythology, just remember that there is a pig in Norse mythology who has literally the worst job of any mythological creature ever.
Oh.
Because it's just the one boar that lives in Valhalla. And its entire deal is every day they hunt it to kill, to eat it for supper, and the next day they do the same thing. And it's a big enough boar that it feeds everyone in Valhalla. It's like, yeah, we just hunt that thing down every day. It's called the Golden Burstai.
I think that was
big,
in...
sick golden boar.
I think that might have been in one of the side missions in Asgard.
That makes sense.
And they are as voracious as wolves snatching at my carcass.
There's also like a cow we had to rescue, like some magic cow that gave a bunch of milk, and it talked.
You have brought us all true happiness, Haven.
Well, okay.
I thank you from the bottom of a heart full up with joy.
Steal this magical pearl, run back over here.
The Hearthound who sought his true love by searching the sad haven of his memory.
Also, there was kind of a funny bit in relation to a thing I'd mentioned earlier, where they were purposely getting the myth of how Aphrodite was born wrong.
Right.
And it turned out... Huh?
Right, I remember that.
Yeah, it turned out to be that apparently Zeus's mother had lied to him because she didn't want to tell him the graphic version of the story. And Prometheus was like, no, dude, it wasn't a pearl that they threw into the ocean. And Zeus is like, no, that's what Mom said, though. And then he told Zeus what actually happened, and he was like, dude, you're sick. No wonder I chained you to that rock. Prometheus is just like, god damn it.
A soft lad, but with a heart as stout as his sister's. Their closeness does them both credit. The way he looks at me is often strange. His eyes furtive and downcast, like a hound waiting.
It's also a good bit where they were talking about Narcissus, and Zeus was like, I don't understand why admiring yourself is a crime. Prometheus is just like, of course you don't. And Zeus is like, no, seriously, I'm admiring myself in the reflection of your chains right now. And there is something about admiring yourself in the reflection of someone's chains that is like so blatantly morally abhorrent that I just love it. It's like, yeah, that sounds 100% correct. Good job, Zeus.
I only wondered.
Okay, I see. It's a breakable wall up there. Love me a good breakable wall. Breakable wall. There we go. Words.
But these are grim thoughts, and I will
Whoop.
not let them lay their cold grip upon me. Tonight we feast and celebrate.
Gentle if they spot me.
Careful with that beast.
Hey, why does it want me to go over here when that guy's over there?
Hurry back, Birston. I will join you later for the feast.
I'm the confused, but it's okay.
It's alright, I have faith. You'll figure it out.
I'm just gonna go where the mission objective is.
But speaking of things I don't have faith in, how do you think that new Mass Effect is gonna go?
Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
Okay, just checking. I'm glad we're on the same page there. Because some people were like, yeah, we're back. It's time. Meanwhile, I'm still of the opinion that the best Mass Effect was the first Mass Effect.
Yup.
And they have only made worse games since.
Yup.
And therefore, I have very little hope that this one will be better, because they have literally never improved on the formula.
So here's my thing about, like, a lot of media.
Uh-huh.
What I would rather have if someone does, like, a second version of something that's, like, less good,
uh-huh,
I would rather have them work on the less good thing and make it better than go, oh, no,
then
no,
remove the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, people didn't like the inventory system, so let's destroy the inventory system.
Well, also, I just mean, like, the main thing is, like, the weird Ghostbusters movie that they're doing with, like, Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of don't care. I honestly would have...
I care about this one more than I cared about the last one.
But see, I would rather have, like, all those people back in a better movie than pretending it never happened.
My problem is I'm not sure those people can make a better movie.
I think they can. I think it's just Paul Feig is a bad director.
That's probably true.
And also maybe ditch Chris Hemsworth, because I don't think Chris Hemsworth was very good.
To be fair, he was not very good, but I think that was largely because, again, the writing for that movie is abysmal. Because I honestly don't know what they were trying to do with that fucking movie. It was terrible, like, top to bottom.
Also, I guess that person was not her brother, but her son?
It's okay. I guess she was hiding that she had a son by pretending it was her brother. I don't know.
And this guy's like, man, sick news. Aw, shit, they found their wife. It was so awkward.
I will not let this
Oh no.
Nothing is safe.
But like, I would rather have Andromeda 2, but better than... No, it's the Shepherd, everybody. Remember the Shepherd?
That's true, but I feel like that is different to the Ghostbusters situation in one very important way. Which is the Ghostbusters movie they made was like a reboot that was like, let's just do Ghostbusters again from page one and pretend none of the old movies happened. Whereas the new one they're making is like an actual sequel. And in that case, it's like, no, I prefer the actual sequel that doesn't ignore the old movies to just a reboot that says, what if we just did those again but worse?
That's fair.
If she's taken, all is lost for
Because,
us,
like,
Beaston.
that's what I thought the other one was going to be, and that's when I actually was interested in it. Was the brief time that I thought it was, like, modern-day Ghostbusters, old Ghostbusters happened, and this was, like, people reviving the franchise. And you were gonna have, like, crotchety old Bill Murray being, like, pissed off that people were the Ghostbusters who were not him and his buddies.
Well, you got crotchety
like,
old Bill Murray.
It's like, no, we paid the franchising rights. This is we are now Ghostbusters. That's how this works.
I can confirm there was crotchety old Bill Murray in that movie.
There was, but not the kind you want.
No, the one who was just in a chair for like half the movie. Or half his scenes of the movie was, I'm just gonna sit in this chair in the middle of this room and people are gonna act around me because I'm Bill Murray and I'm old. That was some physics. And, like, you don't even have to do, like, Andromeda 2. Just, like, pick a different galaxy. Because, like, they probably sent out things to multiple galaxies. You know? Hello.
What you're saying is you just don't want more Shepard.
I really don't want more Shepard.
See, and that goes along with literally everything I've ever said in regards to sequels of why do you keep doing it about the same characters? New characters, new things.
What?
Same problem I have with comic books in general.
You're not ready for even older Kratos?
Grandpa Kratos.
Yeah.
I mean, the story's really going to take off once they have his son hit the awkward, angsty teenage phase, I'm sure.
Do you think... Okay. I only want to see Grandpa Kratos if, in the situation, only of the child from that God of War reboot shows up, and he's like, Dad, I met someone really nice. I want you to meet her, and then it's a wolf. And then Kratos is just like, what?
I forgot that kid was supposed to be Loki. That's very stupid.
It's very stupid, but, like, come on, that'd be funny. And then you get the guy from Stargate going like, boy, how do you even... How does this biology work, boy?
Man, fuck how it works there. That has magic. How does it work here? Explain in the Assassin's Creed universe what the logical explanation is for, yo, that Usu fucked a lady and a wolf came out.
Triple helix DNA.
Science? Science magic?
Do you think that'll come up during the Loki miniseries for Disney?
Yes. Did you see the clip they put out of it?
I did. It looks very good.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised at how much I was, like, kind of into it.
I'm shocked that you were surprised that you were into it.
I know. Well, because before it was just, like, Loki show, and it's like, Loki's fine, but he's not my favorite Marvel whatever. But then... the part where Loki is apparently DB Cooper is a thing that I'm way into. Because, like, yeah, sure. Let Loki be DB Cooper and just steal a bunch of money out of a plane. Also, there's been, like, an explosion of photos from filming of the Hawkeye show. And, man, I'm excited for that. It looks really good. They got a guy, a guy with the most amusing mustache that is surprisingly comic accurate to play the swordsman. And seeing that mustache on a real human being is very funny, turns out. And then also footage of the lady they got to play Kate Bishop, like, falling off a building. And it's like, yep, this is a Hawkeye show.
As you do when you're a hero.
In Essex, I played a matchmaker and a heartbreaker. An easy way to
Can I
forge
just
an alliance.
skip this entire puzzle?
But let us stick to
Please
war
tell me
and
the answer to that is
diplomacy.
yes.
Understood. Thank you.
That seems like it's just a very easy puzzle in general, though. What does lever do? No, it's just a time thing. Okay. I'm not sure how that worked, but I'll take it. Oh, come on.
I want to see the alliance map.
Alright, that's my Medicate or Die. Medicate or Die, my new Skate or Die spinoff. But also, that's my alarm, so I'll be back.
Alright.
What about Lincolnshire?
A rather boisterous man named Hunwald arrived recently, wishing to speak with you. On a matter of great importance, he said.
Where is he now?
Down at the docks, carousing with my scouts and scaring the fish from the river. He waits for you with great eagerness.
He sounds charming. I will meet him at once.
Protect your ears.
Actually, how's my there? Words are hard. How's my inventory? I still need like 100 more dumb supplies to upgrade the grain. Yeah. So dumb. Well, actually, before we go over there, I was reading on the internet that you can talk to this person.
Take a look at the new maps I made.
And he should have maps that lead you to supplies.
Come back a little later. Haven't got anything right now.
Or not. Never mind.
I'm off. Be well, friend.
Keep exploring.
I don't know. Video games.
In the rough, in the company of friends. You may think this odd, but our lively chatter here has inspired in me a short poem. May I recite it for you?
No.
Go on, Lord the Boy. Make me tremble.
Oh, indeed, I shall try. I call it Ode to a Hungry Flame.
Another skull come to join us?
Me? Oh, goodness, no. I'm no skald, no. Just a humble nobleman with an interest in versification. An amateur, really. Shall I continue?
I'm not here to judge your poems, Lord. Speak your purpose or down your meat.
Yes. Sorry. I have come with the hope of meeting Eivor, the great warrior of this clan. If such an audience is possible.
You're talking with her now. And you are?
Ah, by God's blood! My day begins with a lash of good fortune. I am Hundwald, loyal son of Lord Hunbeorg, the current alderman of Lincolnshire. May God keep and cure him. You see, my father is ailing, and in his delirium, evil men have corrupted his judgment. A secret and powerful order, if the whispers are true. Only a month ago, without forewarning, Mercian soldiers chased me, his only son, from my home. I know not why, but I do know my father would never have ordered my exile.
Outcast from your family. That is a hard road to walk.
Could one of your clan help me return to Lincoln? March beside me through the city gates and set me at my father's noble feet once again.
just gonna stick this in.
It may be we can help you, but we'll want something in return. An
El
alliance
Discord.
between our clan and yours.
And you shall have it. My father is a great friend of the Danes, in spite of the recent wars.
Oh, who's this loser?
Some loser whose dad is very sick and wants our help. Also, there's that guy with the very funny mustache.
You fucking shamans now? That is a good mustache.
Knowing our cause is a righteous one.
All right, young lord.
How are you going to help cure his father? Or does he just want help because his dad is sick and not necessarily help with his dad?
Yeah, I think he wants help because his dad is sick, not help curing his dad.
Okay.
I want your word. You will follow my orders to the rune.
I am yours.
Right, I had to double check. Apparently, Tony Dalton not related to Timothy Dalton.
Yes, I believe that man is Spanish and Timothy Dalton is British.
That makes, well, I think it's still related, but
yeah.
God bless and keep you all.
And then
do not tell me that Timothy Dalton could not have a Spanish child somewhere in the world. Timothy Dalton could have a kid with whatever he wanted.
Fair. Also, Timothy Dalton is not Asian.
That's true.
Was that? No, I'm thinking of...
I don't know why that came up.
Was it? What,
oh, are you thinking of Sean Connery?
Yeah.
You're thinking of Sean Connery going in Yellowface.
Yes. I'm thinking of... Well, because also wasn't there... no, this man is totally Asian in, like, The Living Daylights or something? I'm gonna be honest, again, if you ask me the list of James Bond movies that I can remember and tell you the plot of, that list is like Skyfall and Spectre.
Show me.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So, okay.
I'm wrong then. I was thinking
You're
of
probably
Sean Connery.
wrong. You're probably super wrong.
It's true. Also, man, I'm very excited for that IO game about James Bond, because that's a really good combination.
That is, in fact, a pretty good combo.
So this is Hunwald's safe haven.
Also, to briefly return to the earlier Cyberpunk talk, I will say I did have one or two foibles with the character creator.
Oh.
Well, one of which was a foible with the game itself, which is that, man, it is very dark. I had to correct the shit out of the gamma to get that game to look proper. But after that, when I could actually see what was going on, and see my character and the character creator, it got a little bit better. Though there is one thing... Well, okay, there's a couple of things that are weird. One, the hairstyles. While many and varied, there feel like some, like, very obvious omissions. Like, common hairstyles missing. But basically any weird thing you could imagine is in there. It's hard to just get normal-ass short hair.
Bummer.
Other case is... What was I going to say? Oh, right. So they do have the whole, you know, pick your pronouns thing. But weirdly, it's tied to your voice.
Yeah, I heard that, and that seems odd.
That is odd.
We're going to see your father, Hunwald. That's all.
And the third thing, which is both a plus and a minus, is you can, in fact, mix and match your genitalia to get your preferred combo of whatever you like, upstairs and down. Which is rad. But, they don't have the same option for piercings, in that your piercings are like 1 million pieces of metal sticking out of your face, or like a single earring. There is no, I want to have my nose pierced, and then nothing else. It's like, no, if you want your nose pierced, you need to have like 16 other piercings to go with it.
Okay, that's not...
These only come in like a pack of everything pierced.
That's not where I thought you were going with piercings, and I'm glad that's where you were going with piercings.
I thought that might throw you off, which is why I had to keep talking quickly so that you didn't have time to jump to the wrong conclusions.
Well, I already jumped to the wrong conclusion, but then you kept talking, and I was like...
But not audibly.
Yeah. I just had my eyes, like, closed very tightly.
We're not going to talk about Prince Albert on this stream, unless he comes up in the Valhalla story.
I mean, you watched the thing.
Have you ever seen a blood eagle, my Saxon friends?
A what?
A blood eagle. A raw, magnificent bird I'll tear from your guts. First I crush your ribs. Then I pull out your lungs and stretch them into wings so you can fly to your heaven as fast as possible.
Jesus, fucking heathen.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
You canny fox. That was incredible. Like watching a captain navigate the roiling waters of an angry river.
What?
I must void my bladder, Eivor.
What?
Then we shall set forth in search of adventures new.
None of that conversation is okay.
You travel with a marked man at your side.
This guy sucks.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't suck as much as Ivar does. I would rather hang out with this guy than Ivar.
True.
Alfgar, the boorish nag of Lincolnshire.
What was that close up? What?
I told Hunwald to stay near.
Just close up.
Yeah, no, it's just weird.
You can just stare, and then he can just be like, "Aw, that guy looks like Drew McIntyre."
A little bit.
The silver day's praying us.
Pruned within an inch of my life.
I will say, in keeping with the spirit of Breath of the Wild, I love how many puzzles in this game you can just completely circumvent. Like, there's this dumb puzzle I'm looking at. It's like, oh, we've got all these things spitting fireballs across this room. So you've got to, like, navigate it within the right timing. And it's like, what if I just jumped out this window and then flew in a big city circle around the room and then landed back on the other side of the trap? And the game is just like, oh. Well, I guess you could do that. If you were super cool, which I am.
First great victory.
Hunwald, are you hurt?
Never better,
This guy sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
Yes, yes, you're right. Let's depart. What horrible souls are hunting me? Me, the son of a beloved elderman. Was it naive of me to believe my status as a nobleman held some sway over the chairals and serfs of this shire?
Yes.
What cause have any?
It was extremely naive of you to think that, like, oh, I'm the son of a powerful dude. People will like me. You fucking dumbass.
Sail the waters to Lincoln, sink the ships of any enemies in our way.
What were you told when the gods exiled you?
Oh, scraps of nonsense. I woke to screaming. A man grabbed me, said I was an immediate danger to my father. Ha! Horse pucky. Mercian soldiers then shackled me, rode me blindfolded to the river
Hot.
and told me plainly, start anew elsewhere or face death in Lincolnshire.
What did they mean?
Oh, some nonsense about me praying for his death, hungry for his inheritance.
Speak plainly, Humboldt.
God's justice awaits, coward!
Do-do-do-do.
Here's Lincoln, city of my birth, the cauldron of my present sorrows.
What?
What the?
Dang it. Oh boy.
Come on, get over here. Run!
How have I not leveled up? Whoop. It's Reagan here. This truly is the year of the Reagan.
Body and soul. Tell my father his son has returned and in fighting form. It is urgent I speak with him.
I'm sorry, Lord, but your father has been taken.
Also, this man is clearly evil. look at him.
So I don't know why you would think that. Look at this perfectly upstanding man.
I wish I could say more.
Who took the Elderman? Was it soldiers or men of God?
There were men with swords, and those of the cloth. And a healer, too. One who had oft been a guest in this house.
Galwina.
Your father's been taken. We need to go get Liam Neeson.
He still has friends in Lincoln. That's a good sign.
Was Liam Neeson in the Assassin's Creed movie?
Yeah. Yes?
Right? I can't tell. It feels like he was.
That feels right. God, that movie's 4 years old, and I still have not seen it.
I feel like calling that a film is being too generous.
No. We're thinking of Jeremy Irons.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or at least I am thinking of Jeremy Irons. I don't know if you were thinking of someone else, but...
I mean, I was literally just thinking who was probably in that movie, and that felt right.
I didn't realize Brendan Gleeson was in that movie. That's depressing.
Who's Brendan Gleeson?
He's the Irish guy. He's the not Colin Farrell guy in Bruges. Mad Eye Moody in the Harry Potter movies.
Oh, okay.
Kind of a big Irish guy.
Yeah, now I know who he is.
Something very funny about the idea of Brendan Gleeson being Michael Fassbender's dad.
Lincoln seems a good place to trade. The market is flush with goods.
Growing up, we never wanted for anything in my father's home.
There we go. That leveled me up. Marion Cotillard was in that movie, apparently.
I mean, she's got no standards. She was in The Dark Knight Rises, so...
Well, she's like friends.
God.
She's friends with Christopher Nolan, so she's in like every Christopher
she's
Nolan
got no
movie.
standards.
Yeah. Did you see? That apparently Christopher Nolan did an interview where it's like, actually, I really love those Fast and the Furious movies.
I did not see that, no.
But he did, and he's like, I really like Tokyo Drift.
I mean, to be fair, who wouldn't?
You're not wrong.
Do you remember that car with the Hulk hands?
I do remember the car with the Hulk hands.
See my return, Bishop? Was I rumored dead?
Oh, worse than dead. It is my reluctant duty to report the rumor that you were lost in the north, bedding a Dane on some squalid farm.
Excuse me, I would not be seen dead fucking this dude.
I have no patience for insults and rumor. We've come to speak with Lord Hunbeor. That's all.
Lord Hunbior has gone, I'm afraid. He would not say where to, but I'm sure he will return shortly. Once the storm has passed.
What on earth do you mean by that? What storm?
Your father feared for his life, Hunwald. In his weakened state, he could not defend himself. Not against a Dane, certainly.
How dare you? Eivor is above reproach.
See this from my view, Hunwald. You arrive after a strange absence, with a hired Viking in tow, demanding to see your father. This does not, in my estimation, imply benign intentions.
If I meant to murder you, these stones would be slick with your gore already.
Such violence. Good heavens. God must have purpose for you pagans in his holy plan, but I confess to utter bafflement.
Arnold, your father was at my hospice for a time, but he left of his own accord without saying a word. That's all we know.
I don't believe any of these people. All of these people are in on shit.
We should leave this young lord to his scurrying thoughts. There is nothing more of use we can say to him.
Take care, my boy.
Stay within these walls where you're safest. I will have a look around, see what I can learn about your father.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to stab all these people.
If my father spent time at the hospice here, the healers who work there may know something. Talk to them if you can. Find out what they know.
Search the hospice.
Kumal's father was recuperating here not long ago. Someone may have seen it.
I am honestly kind of surprised that hospice was a word that was used back in this era, but you know. As we've proven multiple times over the course of these streams, like the idea of
History expert.
Like linguistic history expert.
Not here in the open. Follow me.
Forget what game it was. Talking about the fuzz or something.
Something recent. I think it might have been this.
No, no, it was the Sinking City.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Loads of things about our aldermen.
I didn't have to open up the YouTube playlist thing and look at like what I'd streamed recently that was like vaguely historical.
Where has he gone?
Where? I have no bloody idea. Is that what you asked me?
Forget it.
Oh, that lady, not helpful.
Can't trust any of these people. They all suck.
Aye, and I'm not too comforted by the sight.
Well, I trust people with names like Anglo-Saxon woman more than people with actual names.
It's fair.
Watching me work. Now you.
Anglo-Saxon woman isn't important enough to betray you.
It's true.
I'm only looking for your elderman.
I'd be risking my neck telling you anything. And if my head rolls, these sick and ailing folk will follow me to the grave.
Your elderman would agree. So the sooner I find him, the more quickly these prowling guards will leave your hospice.
That's a pleasant thought. Our lord was in a bad way here, and getting worse, in spite of our efforts. Then, quite against my instruction, some guards moved him out.
Oh look, that other lady was lying super hard.
Working bathhouse in Lincoln. So I gather they meant the
What do you know?
ruins just south of here, by the eastern walls.
Ruins just south of here. I will look there. Thank you.
I pray you find him. He's in desperate need of care.
Your father is dead. Like, that's how this is gonna end. Like, there is no way that...
I'm assuming that they all got together and murdered this kid's dad.
Yes.
And then you're probably gonna have to revenge murder all of these people because they suck.
Hold on. The cat has opened the door. Again.
Oh, no. It's too powerful.
My cat is way too powerful. It sounds like my parents are running the little mop Roomba. The iRobot thing that is a mop and not a vacuum. So that might be why my cat's like freaking out.
That makes sense.
Some people's cats, like, I've seen videos of people whose cats are like riding the Roomba. My cat does not. My cat doesn't like Roombas.
Does not care for the Roomba. I mean, you know, it's weird. It's a weird thing. I do not blame your cat for being worried about that.
Oh, I don't have my earbuds in. I was like, what? This game got really quiet all of a sudden. And it's because I don't have the thing that makes the video game sound happen.
That makes some amount of sense. I've got a shield. Can't actually use it, but you know.
I was about to say, is Immortals much like,
Yes, shields don't actually exist. Despite the fact that the main character is, in fact, a shield bearer. He's never carried a shield in their life. I do actually like the generic setup for this game of, like, you're the less important sibling of a Greek hero, but the actual Greek hero dies immediately. It's just like, well you do it, I guess. We still got one.
The gods here are vigilant.
I'm gonna be honest, every time I've seen these like bones hanging in from the place, I've always tried to avoid them because I felt like they would
like let people know you were there.
Yeah, but it seems like they
make noise.
They don't.
Sick bone wind chimes.
Like, I don't know what they're there for other than like set decoration, I guess, which is a valid thing to do, but it's just weird. Yeah, I guess we're still going. Oh right, this is this place. I was here earlier to loot things. I remember this place now. Also bear in mind that when I say earlier, I mean like
a while ago.
At this point, weeks ago. Although if I could figure out where I would need to go to make the... Oh, probably there. That looks like big and ominous and... Whoops. It was a cool backflip, though. Roaring Meg's Spring. Oh, that's...
Fighting here. About what?
Seems like a problem.
A violent struggle between nobles and bandits. The bandits did not fare so well. A noble's cloak with the image of a swan. Looks like the Eldermen passed this way.
Nope. Dang.
I know a lonely door that would love to be this key.
What?
Yo, what's up?
That's a weird...
That was... That's not where I expected that jump to take you.
I picked up a key and then Eivor made a weird comment.
Okay. I didn't see that. It's just like you were jumping and I thought I could clearly see the place you were jumping for, and then you did not go there.
It's after the
I
jump.
was very thrown off.
Bandits for permission to sneak through these tunnels on their way to Bolingbroke Castle.
I picked up a key and Eivor was just like, I know a lonely door who is dying to meet this key.
Paid them hush money to let them sneak through these caves. When the time came, the bandits ambushed the nobles, but it did not end well for the bandits. In the struggle, the Elderman's cloak was torn off, but he got away and headed east for Bolingbroke Castle. That's my best lead.
I'm just gonna fast travel because that seems quicker.
I mean, it is fast travel.
You're not wrong.
If the fast travel was slower, I feel like we'd have a problem. Alright, well, that was the easiest puzzle I've ever seen. I'm just gonna walk out of this room now.
Oops.
Apparently, the new Trump anthem is Linkin Park.
Great.
That makes sense.
Well, it makes sense, because whenever I hear about them, I just feel very numb. When I meet someone who's like, oh, let me talk to you about the QAnons, I feel this crawling in my skin.
Yeah.
show me what lies ahead.
Those are the only two Linkin Park songs I know. Or can easily make a joke about, because the only other Linkin Park song I know is the one that they did for the Transformers 2 movie.
Which Transformers movie?
The second one.
That's not the worst one.
It's not?
No.
I didn't see any of them after
Not
the
well
second
fucking...
one.
Not well, fucking... Oh god, I can't remember the name of it. Fuck, which one? The Last Night.
No.
It can't be the worst Transformers movie while The Last Night exists. Because in The Last Night, Anthony Hopkins does a backflip fighting Megatron.
That sounds awesome. What are you talking about?
It's the worst thing.
I was gonna say, I thought one of them had, like, Anthony Hopkins in it.
Yeah, that was the one. That movie is so bad, I find it hard to describe. And that I want to point out, I find it both hard to describe how bad the movie is, and also hard to describe the movie itself. It is... I've used the term fever dream before to describe it, and that holds true. It is very much like a fever dream. Like, I felt sick from watching that movie because the pacing and the story were so all over the place, and things were just constantly terrible.
Was that one after they removed the Shia LaBeouf, and then, like, the new Transformers
that
man
one...
was, like, Marky Mark?
Mark Wahlberg, yes. Yep. That one had the Mark Wahlberg, and it turned out that he was... I could be wrong here, but I believe he was a descendant of King Arthur.
Great.
And it turned out that the Merlin wasn't actually a magician. He just knew how to speak to Transformers that were hiding out on Earth during the King Arthur time period.
Okay, hold on. I have an important question. Were old-timey Transformers still, like, cars?
One of them was disguised as a dragon.
Okay. That's better than nothing, I guess.
But also, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that, oh god, I can't remember the name of the actor. The dude playing Merlin, I believe, was just the dude who plays, like, the lame comic relief CIA guy in the future. In, like, bad old man makeup. Because that guy is actually a descendant of Merlin.
Oh, good.
Sure.
I'm on the right track.
And then it turned out that... Oh god, what was the... Oh, right, that's what it was. Anthony Hopkins was in England, being the secret head of the secret Order of the Witwickians.
Oh, god damn it.
Because they were protecting the legacy of Shia LaBeouf's family. Because even though he's out of the story, he's still important.
Welcome, stranger.
So then it just cuts to like a bunch of badly photoshopped
Oh
pictures
god,
of
look
people
at
who are
that
supposedly
dead
members
guy.
of the Order. And it's like presidents and stuff, and it's like, nah, they were all the Illuminati's real, but it's actually all based around Shia LaBeouf's family.
I like to think of my lord as transformed.
This lady looks like that lady from, like,
That's not untrue.
Star Trek, the new one. Like the weird Vulcan lady, I think.
Grunwald deserves to know the truth about his father's fate. He's owed an inheritance and deserves a chance.
Or Enterprise, I forget.
I think you're thinking of Enterprise.
No, now.
Mostly because the new Vulcan lady from the new Star Trek has a very different skin color. And also, just facial feature-wise, looks nothing like that.
When I asked who gave these orders,
yeah, I don't know.
they struck me. I wish I could say more.
I have seen all I need to, but Grunwald will need proof.
Of course.
Well, that guy wasn't dead all of a sudden, and then went back to being dead.
It's fine.
I'll find something.
So is this lady just like super nuts? Is that why she killed him?
I can't tell. Maybe. Let's read this note.
Boy can withstand such ill news. Dried herbs and berries crushed into powder.
The time between my lord's departure and his burial is longer than usual. My lord must keep up appearances for his upcoming rites.
Well, you have fun, crazy lady. I'm gonna go hang
I do
out
not know what this is, and I'd rather not ask.
somewhere
I
else.
thought the same. Troubling.
I...
Now I'm just thinking about that bad Transformers movie and all the other dumb things that happened in it.
I'm glad I could help.
See, Optimus Prime got brainwashed and turned evil by a robot lady on Cybertron who was like hiding in the core of the planet. And then he goes there and he's like, hey, what's up? And she's like, aha, I'm secret evil. Now you're evil. And then Optimus is like, rad. I'm gonna take a sword and go to Earth to go sword fight robots? And then he does that? Because, right, and then it turns out that Earth is secretly Unicron. And they're like, we gotta wake up the Earth's robo-core, and when it does, it'll turn into a giant robot and destroy all humanity. So then they gotta fight evil Optimus Prime to keep the Earth asleep.
The sigil of Hunbeor's house. I found it near his body.
No. No, this cannot be. He was strong, a pillar of Lincolnshire. He cannot be gone. He...
Oh, look, that kid's not taking the death of his dad well.
Oh, you poor boy. I'm so
He was super not strong. He was very weak. He had poor constitution. It was his lowest stat. It turns out making constitution your dumb stat is in fact a bad move. Let's be a lesson to everyone for the future.
Keep steady, Hunwald. You are now the head of your house.
You have been lied to, like a bunch.
Yeah.
All these people suck ass.
Last in a line of dwindling nobles.
Look at that shifty lady! I was like LA Noir levels of, okay, act shifty.
You'll have to pay attention to subtle facial cues, TFP.
I know. But, like, did you not see that lady just go like...
No, I saw it.
Lord have mercy on that woman. She should have said something. It was her duty to say something.
You need a new ealdorman here, and it falls to King Ceolwulf to make that choice.
For once we find agreement, Eivor, the nobles here will convene a Shire Moot to select a new
A Shire Moot.
The winner will stand before the king for approval.
Explain how this works, your Shire Moot.
Tell me about this Shire Moot.
We convene from time to time.
Tell me about its stupid name.
It was always my intention to convene a moot, but between our troubles in Lincoln and the bandits' raids, we slipped into a pattern of convenience.
I don't trust anyone in this Shire.
But I don't trust any of you beyond the tip of a spear. I'll see to it that he's protected until your Shire Moot gathers.
None here wishes the boy ill, but do what you think necessary.
Apart from Hunwald, who else will stand for the ealdorman's seat?
If I may be so bold, I should like to put my name forward. Under my care, this Shire has found some peace this past year.
That man's totally a Templar.
My name as well. My family has ancient ties to this land.
Drew McIntyre's alright.
Say I have forged quite a friendship with the Danes to the north.
Vaguely Irish Drew McIntyre.
My priests will spread word of the moot across the Shire and will convene in a few days' time.
Do visit my estate, Eivor. I have something for you. Something I think you'll enjoy.
I'll find the time.
Eivor, a word if you don't mind.
Is the word Christ or pagan?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
I deeply regret my churlish ways when we first met. I did not treat you as
Insubordinate and churlish.
kindness and love.
Love is a difficult feeling to command.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I got my Nike
In
armor.
any case, thank you for putting this
It's got that swoosh and everything.
I do hope we'll see you at the moot.
There was a decent bit earlier when I was rescuing Nike, and Zeus was just in the background being like, "Oh yeah, you gotta save Nike. You're never gonna win without Nike. She's super vital. She's like, a helmet or like something to protect you when you're playing sports, like a glove." It's just like, God damn it, Zeus. Just
Anyway,
this game's okay.
The game seems alright.
That was it. Been 2 hours already?
It has been 2 hours. It's been like 2 hours and 10
wow.
minutes.
I went fast.
It did.
I went quick.
We're making our progress. We're
Mhm.
like I said, there's not a lot of side stuff left. We got to fight all of these stupid order dudes. Not him.
I understand that it would be immersion breaking, but I do kind of wish that they were like, yeah, this is the important one, or something. They just let you know a little bit more clearly which ones were actually like story important and which ones were just a dude.
Yeah. I mean, apparently this dude's just around. Some of these are just people who are just around. Like, I would probably finish off this Keel guy. Maybe. Who knows me, apparently. But...
Oh, right, I forgot about that. The one where they were like, this guy knows the... whatever the fuck your term is.
The Wolf-Kissed.
God, it's so much less cool than just calling you Misthios.
It's... yeah. But yeah. I'm not gonna say we're closing in on the end, because fuck if I know. But I mean... There's like 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7-ish, plus Jotunheim quest chains.
It's not much.
Not much. I don't know. Join us next time for... Then we'll have less. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
And we're off.